You know she's getting filled by some black stud. You know there's some black fucking bull that's just filling her with cock meat, giving her the real fuck she deserves. Some big black bull just filling her with cock meat.
All right, folks, how we doing tonight? How are we doing tonight? So, I was thinking we were going to watch some cringe tonight. I know, breaking out of my usual mold. That's all the fuck I do anymore. But I'm okay with that. You know, I ramble on for a little bit. It's just, what is there to say about so much of the world? You know, it's like, okay, yeah. I hate even talking about the news because I feel like I'm getting fucking gaslit. I feel like they're trying to get fucking reactions out of me. Talk about nerd shit a little bit, but you know, there's only so much you can. Even a big old dork like me, there's only so much of that you can talk about. It's like, yeah, this is coming out, looks cool, and then what the fuck you say, you know what I mean? But we're gonna look at some cringe shit tonight. Not Davis. We're not gonna. I can't with Davis anymore. I can't do Davis for very long. Like I don't know. Like the clip channel's different, but like trying to muscle through his stream, it's so fucking boring in spots. And what is there to say other than get a fucking job? Like, get a fucking job, Davis. There you go. There's your fucking. Yes, I do need a co-host. You're correct, Chad. I do need a co-host. But yeah, what is there to say? But it's like, okay, Davis, get it. You should be running society, even though you can't fucking. You wouldn't be able to hold down a job at Burger King, but you should be king. You should be the Burger King. But no, we're going to look at another fucking narcissistic shitbag. We're going to look at basically a more successful version of Davis. Somebody who's just a little better at grifting disillusioned fucking spurgs on this broad thing we call the dissident right. Owen Benjamin. We looked a little bit at him a couple days ago and his brilliant plan to buy a compound and start a cult in the middle of Idaho. Well, I mean, he has a cult. To find a home for his cult in the middle of Idaho, I think it was. Or Ohio. I don't fucking know. One of those shitty flyover states no one cares about. And we're going to look at part 2 of this. Now, this is off of a channel. It's called, let me bring it up. I didn't even bring it up because I'm so fucking terrible at this. But this channel, and you should check out this channel, by the way, is called Milker Nation. And it is just basically a collection of, now they're edited, but it's edited Owen clips. And you could say, well, they're editing it to make Owen seem bad. Sure. You could believe that if you're a fucking moron who cannot see that this is a dangerously insane individual, a liar, a narcissist, a dirtbag. You could believe that, and if you want to believe that, go right the fuck ahead. You know, go right the fuck ahead. Yeah, they're just making him look bad. Guys, they're using their wizardry. So we're gonna watch some Owen, because it's fun. We're gonna watch him lay out the plans for Pretoria. I'm sorry, Owen to Bertoria. For the fucking God, why does he call himself Bear? It's okay. He's gonna like call it like the Bear Woods or something. And it's gonna be like a gay bar with that same name's gonna sue him. Oh. Apparently, Owen is in the middle of a lawsuit with Patreon that a lot of people are suggesting he's not doing well. Apparently, Patreon sued him and a bunch of other people. I don't fucking know why. I haven't followed this a great deal. But it doesn't seem like it's going well for him. And a lot of people, not me of course, but a lot of people are suggesting that this may be a desperate attempt to scrounge up some cash for a lawsuit he believes he's going to lose. I don't know. But this is day 2 of him talking about his plans to get money. By the way, folks, I need $6 million to start up the Bulbatopia. It's going to be a retreat. It's all about grass type nationalism. But let's hear it straight from the lunatic's mouth.
I'm not going to get that. Because I was so pumped.
Hang on a second.
So my realtor just told me that they already have 4 offers on it and I need 1.7 million in cash in like 2 days. I'm not going to get that. Because I was so pumped. We got 10% of our goal immediately without even
10% of 2 million. No small amount of change that he got by rambling to these lunatics on a fucking stream about things he will never do. He's never going to do this, just so we're clear. You give him 20 million. This is never going to happen. Oh, and also somebody in the comments, and I'm not going to bother digging that, but somebody in the comments said that people were looking into it, and apparently there aren't any other offers on this property. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. I don't know.
really just from streaming from piano last night. So this is the plan moving forward. The best way to do this is we dream and come up with stuff, but don't dream in a way that's like you get resentful or it didn't come true. Like right now, last night we had this amazing stream about Bertaria, Ursa Mountain. We fundraised 10% of $2 million immediately just from that stream. You know, we're all fired up. It's perfect. All this. And then my realtor's like, oh, they already have 4 offers and you need proof of funds in 3 days for 1.7 million. I'm like, oh, well, that's the end of that. If you want to still be a part of this, what we need is time travel. So we need to have the funds first and then look. And then when we can buy something, we can. And what I can promise.
So just so we're clear, before we talk about what he can promise, give him millions of dollars, and then he'll look, see if he can find a place. You know, we'll look. The time is right. Maybe we'll jump into something, but we're gonna have the money ready first. Who is falling for this? Like, there are people that are sending this man money. Who, and why? All the other ones. How? What? Where? When?
Is a good chunk of area for the people that contributed a good chunk where they can camp whenever they want.
What about my nickel?
Because I can't guarantee a cabin. I can't guarantee property rights. I can't guarantee that you can have your wedding there. What I can guarantee is we start with something. I want all those things that I just listed, by the way.
Ladies, I know I got a few ladies in the audience. Maybe you're listening right now. Maybe you're live. You're listening live. Answer me this. Do you want to get married? Is this your dream kind of wedding that you thought about when you were a little girl? I don't know, playing with your Barbies and your fucking Bratz dolls, whatever the fuck girls play with. dream of marrying your Prince Charming in some in some abandoned summer camp that a lunatic on the internet bought? Is that your dream? That sounds like how a horror movie starts, but is that your dream wedding? Is that what you had in mind?
But we start with something as simple as campgrounds. We've already reached 10% of our $2 million goal. I was so pumped, and then I saw the email. It's like,
That's right, chat. I just need $6 million to buy Epstein's Island. It's gonna still be like weird sex orgies and rituals, but everybody's gonna be over 18 now, so that's it. That's gonna be the difference. The same people that unironically listen to Davis. Yeah, but again, like Owen is a way more successful version of that, though. I mean, Owen has a chunk of people sending him money and kissing his ass. Despite the fact that, as we'll see, I watched about, 15 minutes of this, I think. I was listening to about 15 minutes of this while I was fucking around in Breath of the Wild. And he treats his audience like dog shit. Now, don't get me wrong. His audience, I mean, if you're following this man, you deserve to be treated that way. But it's unreal to me. Like, what self-respecting motherfucker would this? It's Findom. Send Owen money on the internet while he treats you like shit. It's just Findom.
still pumped. What we need is a fund ready to go at any time that we can pull the trigger. What I can guarantee is a membership-based campground system. I've never even heard of that. That is crazy. Well done, Bears. Oh, it's just the beginning, guys. That's just from Coddington. Oh, and the links are in my bio here. That's just from Coddington setting that up last night. 10% in a few hours is amazing. And that was just from Coddington's links. That wasn't from the P.O. box. Guys, we will get this. $1 million in cash for a giant amount of land. The way to keep it doable where I don't feel like I'm letting people down. $400 for a lifetime membership at a campsite is a great idea. Exactly. It's an awesome idea.
Is it?
It's an awesome idea.
Is it though? I don't know. I don't go camping. Okay, I'm not a camping kind of guy. Like, it's the idea of I like nature. You know, the idea of a nature hike through the woods, that sounds delightful. But like, you want to sleep in the woods? No, I'm good. Thank you. My ancestors did not spend eons clawing our way to the top of the food chain, building this remarkable civilization so that I could sleep in the fucking woods. It's not how it rolled. I can't. So I don't know. Is $400 to have access to Owen Benjamin's creepy abandoned summer camp where Scooby and the gang need to investigate things that I can't get over picturing like how much this sounds like the setup to a horror movie. Lunatic on the internet buys a fucking abandoned summer camp. But no, is that really a good deal? $400 for I guess a lifetime subscription to a cat? How does it even work? Can you go anytime? I don't know. Can you just? Is there limits on how long you can stay? In theory, one of these losers could just live there for $400 as a lifetime of paid rent. I guess that's a pretty fucking sweet deal.
You can't just like live there forever. But I'm all about the honor system. I think people, it's kind of like my talk with David, or maybe you can if we set up another thing. I don't know.
Somebody in the chat, how much for Amy's feet pics? There you go. See, you gotta have some perks.
What I can guarantee is at any time you can have, because if we keep it with under 5,000 people and we get a few hundred acres, theoretically everyone could be there at the same time and it would be okay. If you donate this, you get this, and what's something I can actually come up with, and is my family going to be okay with like everyone knowing where we live, yada yada yada. This is what I propose. For $400 buy-in, you get on the permanent list of campground. This is what I think we should do forward. I think we should raise $1 million slowly or however long it takes, and then be ready to go with a cash offer in northern Idaho. So this is what I propose. We sit on it and wait for an opportunity with it, at least 100 acres, 200 acres. If we have $1 million in a fund, if we have 5,000, if we have 2,500 bears contribute $400, and there's something can do more or less for five.
Are y'all following this? Are you all following this brilliant fucking plan? I think it's pretty straightforward. I'm not sure what y'all are getting. You see, we're gonna have 5,000 people, and they're gonna all raise $1 million, and oh God, good Lord, what is he even? I'm sorry, Owen. You were saying,
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
exactly. I think that says it all.
5,400. 5,000 with 2,500 with four.
Domino Mortis, Jason Voorhees has just donated $400 to get on the permanent list for Beartoria. God, it really sounds like the setup for a fucking horror movie. I'm surprised you could probably sell that to a fucking movie studio too, because you got a fucking far right lunatic. That's the main villain over here, who lures these people in to, I don't know, sacrifice them to his bear god or whatever the fuck he's doing.
$400, 2,500. That's $1 million in cash, ready to buy a giant tract of land with money for renovations. Because if there's space and there's good bears, you'd be welcome. But to have like a 30-acre camp area with electric and water, and you're on a private list where you can camp there. This could be a year in the future, guys. So this is only for people. This is who I'm reaching out to right now. People that think long term, like me, that can invest in these projects long term. And the best way to do it would be P.O. Box 7. If we have 5,000 bears contribute $400, I know a ton can't. They don't have enough. And I know a lot more have way more. But $2 million would be insane. You can get giant amounts of land.
Insane. Yes.
$1 million could do, and again, this is going to be nitpicked by trolls and people. Oh, it's a scam. It's a scam. We're seeing that this is the way forward. We have to get our own bear trail, and so what I propose is there's a buy-in, and with this like right now, this would be a very, very cheap buy-in compared to what I believe the future entails. And so then you are part of a private club that can camp in different bear trail locations. Other people can join the bear trail on their own private property, and set up an area where travelers can rest and like grow stuff and learn stuff and all that. And in the meantime, because a lot of people,
I still can't get over the bear thing. Is there gonna be a rival twink summer camp next door? I mean, good God, you didn't maybe like look up online what that term meant before you just latched onto it wholeheartedly?
people email me that they can't contribute money, but they can contribute labor or skills, which I find very beautiful. $400 will get you on the campground list.
Little slave labor.
And guys, I don't know where the land is. This is, and I'll be mocked for this. BB is 100 okay? Absolutely. Just put Beartaria on it. You'll be a contributor. The lowest you'll get is like you'll have your name on a brick or a trail will be named.
I seriously want to send this man a nickel, like, or a penny, something like that. I want to put, like, and I want to write in like the worst handwriting I can write, like a backwards letter in it, and all, like, this is for Beartaria. And it's like in like fucking crowns, and just just put a nickel in there and send it to him. I want to watch him spurg out. Because it'll probably get a reaction out of him. He's so fucking thin-skinned.
After you, it's like I want the community to grow, but like I'm really putting myself on the limb, just like we did with Unauthorized. Everyone called it a scam for 3 months until now. It's one of the best functioning platforms outside the beast there is. So it doesn't sound like I have a very cohesive plan. A week a year to camp at a bear trail location would literally save the minds of your kids.
Save the minds of your kids. That's what your kids need. Okay, look, I can't imagine how hard it must be to be a parent in this fucking crazy ass current year. But I'm gonna give you a little advice. Some advice I feel comfortable giving, and I wouldn't normally give parenting advice. I normally wouldn't. I'm not a parent myself. What do I know? But I feel like I can comfortably give you this. Do not let your children idolize Owen fucking Benjamin. I think I feel comfortable doing that. And no, I don't think a week at Owen Benjamin camp is gonna set your kids right. Well, maybe scare them straight. I don't know, but it's not gonna set your kids right. Somebody says, boy, freezing to death all night in a thin tent, getting weird rashes in uncomfortable places, and being surrounded by deranged Q-tards. That sure sounds like a fucking blast to me. Yeah, good God, the only thing worse than camping, it would be camping with Owen Benjamin fans.
And guarantee you for...
Can you imagine this manic
contributing
fucking maniac getting you up like the crack of dawn? Screaming about logos right in your fucking tent.
Is a spot in the campground area. Everything else, there's so many moving parts, guys. My mind was becoming gravy last night. Yeah, timeshare campground. There you go.
Timeshare campground.
And then yurts and we need an area that's...
Because I think Aaron Clary would tell you there's no better investment than a timeshare. Especially when you're investing with Owen Benjamin fans. That's sound financial advice right there.
Politically secure, where we can teach our kids how to be men. My son needs to go to Beartaria, skill training for sure. Yeah, and we're already getting strong, like, bears that I know that are strong, that are like, I'm in, whatever you need.
I mean,
and so there's people that it's not even about money for some of these people, because it's about training and work and all that stuff. How will ownership be set up? You don't own anything.
Of course not. You're not the leader.
That solves everything. No ownership for you guys. And I know that sounds like, oh, how dare you? There's no way we can make that work, because I don't even know what the land is. This is time travel, and I know I'll be mocked for it. I know I'll be called a scammer. I know. I've been down these roads many times. You will have access to campgrounds. You will not own anything. If you think that that wouldn't function, it would all fall apart. I would have a nervous breakdown in 5 minutes. Music festivals, comedy specials can be taped there. Guys, sky's the limit. Just don't think you own part of it. You have to think bigger than yourself, which is what I'm doing right now. I don't need more stress in my life, but this is important shit. So grateful for this community, me too. And also, again, I know I sound like a dick, and I know I'll be mocked for it, but you don't get to own any of it. And I'm just saying this because I can't possibly run those numbers, and I don't know how the law works at all. Because if we keep it with under 5,000 people and we get a few hundred acres, theoretically everyone could be there at the same time and it would be okay. $400 for a lifetime membership isn't feasible. It is, Queen Air Bear. It is. If you have let's say you buy 300 acres, you set aside 30 acres. For the people that started all of it, where that it wouldn't exist without the people taking the leap and contributing.
Somebody in the chat says, but I could own my $400. Imagine giving this man $400 for this. Like, $400, you could get, like, I don't know, a new fucking game system. I don't know, what's a fucking PS5 or the fucking Xbox, whatever, Series X or whatever the fuck it's called now. The new one. You know, you get a fucking Switch, I tell you that much. It's at least most of the cost of a PS5. I'm not even telling you to get a PS5 either. I don't think it has a library that justifies getting it, but that's just my opinion. Point is, you could. I don't know, you could get like a fucking nice hooker. Like, not some bitchy on the street. You could get one of them nice fucking ones, give you the girlfriend experience. You know, again, I'm not suggesting doing that. I'm just saying, like, you would be wiser to do that than they give money. That would be less of a waste. That would be, you might as well give it to a Findom. You, honest to God, you might as well give it to a Findom. Find some fucking thought, Mistress Tiffany or something online. Give it to, we got Domino Mortis in the chat. Give it to her. Give it to Fem Domino Mortis. Send it to me, and I'll fucking tell you don't own it anymore. Honest to God, there are a million ways you could absolutely piss away $400 that would be more respectable than giving it to this lunatic. So he can never do this thing he's saying, by the way.
Of those people, have no interest ever in camping there. They just want to see people crush. That area would develop its own culture. It would actually be good. We wouldn't be running it like an.
Domino Mortis in the chat says, if we all give Beckloff $400, he will, at some point, buy a piece of property and call it Bulbatopia. And he will send us pictures and maybe let us put a tent on the lawn sometimes. Yeah, if you send a full 1,000, I might let you sleep on the couch one night. Oh, God. Somebody says I paid $125 for my first gen Xbox, plus a copy of Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban. Back in the day, good times. I'm by no means a Harry Potter fan. That was a far better investment. Because, you know, if you didn't like it, you could take it back to GameStop and they might give you a nickel back. You know, it's better than fucking than giving it to Owen. Oh, good God.
Normal business, that would be the culture part, where bears have access to it if they want to go hunting, fishing, hang out with their kids anytime they want. There is no scarcity. Scarcity's fake. If you have 30 acres that's set aside for the original bears, the lifetime members, the ones who made it happen in the first place, there's honor in that, and it is feasible. It's not, that part isn't a business. That's what makes culture. That's why touring was so important in my life, because so many of you guys have met me in person, shook my hand, hugged me, laughed looking at my face.
They laughed at
like
you.
having that area where people can just come and go as they please and hang out with each other and detox from Babylon is beautiful. And if it was all $400 for a lifetime for the entire property, that I wouldn't be able to pay taxes. This is an insanely good deal. This isn't a way for me to make money. It's a way for me to maintain America. Yeah, concerts. Think about how many talented bears there are that they could actually do. They're not allowed to tour theaters. You know how much it costs to rent out a theater for one night? A lot of times it's $4,000 for a night.
I don't know what this is that I just paused on. I don't know what's going on there with that edit. Somebody in the chat says build guest houses out of pallets from the box factory. That's a fantastic idea. I'm just gonna need about, let's say, $100 from you to make that happen. Oh my god.
If you think it's that much of a steal, you can contribute more. Thank you. Some legends were contributing some real cash last night. What I can guarantee is you're on a list for campgrounds for the rest of your life. I don't want people just like riding my ass like, it's been a month. Where's my fucking, it has to not hurt at all. That's what communities do. That's why I was always 10% for tithing.
That's why you gotta relax.
Where it's like, it has to not hurt at all. It has to be like, it's fine. Let's say we raise $1 million and we get 200 acres for 800,000 cash.
Okay.
Because if you have cash, you can always undercut. Then we'd have $200,000 to buy supplies and get a bunch of bears in there, and we just build stuff for fun for a month. And then everyone goes home. And then next time you camp, you get to like see what you built. There will always be an option to just camp.
Let me make sure I
it
get
just
this
might
right.
cost something. I don't know.
So after you chip in so Owen can buy his compound, then you can come over and help him build it. Well, that sounds like a fucking steal. You gotta count me the fuck in here. My God, this is like a. We'll see later how much disdain he has for people that follow him. But honest to God, you're a pay piggy if you follow him. You are a pay piggy, okay? You are a fucking pay pig. And look, people have donated to me, and I appreciate it. By all means, send more. I love it. And I've donated to online people I like. I've sent Matt a few bucks. For super chats. I've sent ROTC a few bucks. I've sent stuff like, nerd shit, like the Geek Critique a few bucks or something like that. I've sent a couple of bucks to Ralph of Medicare over the years. Support the alternative media you enjoy, by all means. Donate to the people that are entertaining you. It's fucking great. But I don't take that shit for granted. I'm not like, thanks fucking simp. Give me the money, you fucking asshole. Where's my money, you pay pig? Get a job and pay me. And I'm certainly not going to... we're going to joke about the Bulbatopia shit or the Bulbatopia here, but nobody's seriously fucking talking about it. I'm not trying to fucking scam... This man is scamming you and treating you like shit and views you as a pay piggy. You understand that? If you are actually... And I don't think anyone in my audience is idiotic to fucking donate to this man. But if you are, he's fucking scamming you.
No, I'm not. If people are willing to contribute now, I want to have them be a part of something with status for life. I don't know what's going to happen. That's why it has to be an amount of money that you don't feel any sting with at all. It has to be about dreams. Make a clear mission statement to avoid grab confusion on investments. I am right now. I'm telling you right now. Because we shouldn't ever be in a position where it's like real fast. Where it's like, we need money right. It's like, we can slowly sit and think and look at stuff and then do it. I know some people can't see it, but the future is limitless for this stuff. It's not lawlessness. It's not our own kingdom. It's not a commune. It's America. $400 gets you... membership to a private campgrounds, and we're running and gunning. This is and don't donate unless you're willing to go the distance and let us wait and look for properties when we have cash and can just make an offer. It's also how you get the best deals too. Returned. I don't recommend it. It's we're still gonna get something. It'll be sooner than later, but if you do, email Kyneton Oso. I'll be reaching out to everyone I can. Thank you, Kyneton. I'm guessing most people won't care, but it's totally cool if you do. Or something, I don't want it. I'm not Jesus. You don't need to get rid of your possessions to follow me. This is not that. This is about preserving America. And also, if you donate $400 or whatever, You'll also get a free copy of mine and my wife's books whenever we get around to making it. And
Whenever we get around to making it. He's selling him a book that may at some point exist. What chrome-plated balls on him? Okay. The next person who sends me $20, I will make sure you get a copy of a book I may or may not write, if and when I write it. And there's fucking people like fucking Sweet Deal. For a mere $400. I'll make sure you get a copy of a book I didn't write and may never write. Oh my God. That's amazing. Oh God. Oh, and that's amazing. What a sweet fucking deal. Count me in.
Oh, gravy flowing, mind blowing. Yeah, they raised the CO2 levels. A lot of people are going to die, guys. Haven't you guys noticed the vacant look in their eyes?
Okay, so he's talking about people wearing masks. They're getting too much CO2 and they're gonna die and stuff like that. It's also when he like freaks out on a fucking on a listener. But I don't think the masks are good for you. I mean, here's what's frustrating though, because he thinks that the virus isn't real and that it's a spell or some shit. We'll play that too. His fucking thing about spells. After you send me $4,000, we'll watch his thing on spells. This is what frustrates me about guys like Owen. This is what's genuinely enraging. This guy is insane. Okay, he doesn't think viruses are real. He goes on about grabblers. He drinks fucking turpentine. He thinks the moon is fake. Gravity is fake. The space is fake. Viruses are fake. God, what did he say? Oh, he says in one of these, like, scarcity isn't real. Scarcity isn't real. There's just infinite resources in this fucking flat dome. And this is the kind of shit that like people point to, like, oh, you don't want to wear a mask in a grocery store over the overblown bullshit of the coronavirus. You must think viruses aren't real or something. Like, this is the kind of shit that makes anybody reasonable to even to the right of center look like a lunatic. That's what's frustrating about this. If I was more of a tinfoil hat big, I think this guy was fucking, a honeypot. And I think in some regards these guys are allowed to be out there because they're honeypots. Richard Spencer's never going to get the fucking deplatform, for example. I mean, he basically went out of his way and just really, really fucking broke the rules to get thrown off social media so he could be like, oh, he got thrown off. He was doxing and threatening people. I mean, yeah, that's against the rules. That's against the law in some cases.
Like when they're wearing the mask at work, like I used to think that they were aggressive, like they were going to hurt me. No. They're about to pass out. Now I'm definitely donating. Right. Hey, love! Hey, love! I broke another spell! This might be the biggest spell break of my entire life.
Wow.
I'm so proud of myself that
I know
somebody
you are,
crashed a
Owen.
car and was wearing a mask. That's your joke. Dojo Bear, you're in a timeout. Next time you're banned for life. And
Okay, so Dojo Bear just said somebody crashed a car and because they were wearing a mask and they passed out. He goes, "That's not funny, Dojo Bear. You're in a timeout. Next time you're banned for." He gets so mad because somebody said a joke he doesn't like in the fucking chat or something. Look at here in the next minute or so how he fucking treats his pay piggies.
should I just ban him for no timeout? Next time you're banned for life. You're joking about someone passing out at the wheel and crashing in their car. Do you know how like not a joke that is? Like that's definitely already happened. Don't pass false information here. Next time you're banned. I'm serious. I got my eye out on you now, Dojo Bear. Like that was you just passed poison gravy.
Listen
Oh,
to
it's
the
just-
weird fucking cult talk too, as he punishes his naughty pay piggy.
Joking. What's the joke? That someone passes out and they're driving? The fuck are you talking about, Dojo Bear? Dojo Bear just lost a lot of trust here. That's not a joke. It doesn't even make sense. I'm collecting data for gravy. If you give me bad...
I'm collecting data for gravy. I'm sorry. Does that make sense to anybody else? Like, maybe I'm stupid here, but anybody else following this idiot? But no, again, listen to him ripping into, his pay piggy upset him with a joke he didn't like. Like, just fucking ignore it, dude. Like, what are you...
gravy input...
I let people outright shit talk me in this chat. Like, have some fucking... Somebody once said Owen Benjamin's like Eric Cartman. Like, he talks a big tough game, but he has the thinnest of fucking skin. Fucking narcissist, and he blames the Jews about everything.
Bad input in, bad input out. That's sour gravy.
Sour gravy.
It could totally happen. It's already happened thousands of times. Not only does it not... Is that not an obvious
Thousands.
joke? It's like... It's poison gravy.
Thousands of people have passed out because they weren't getting enough air wearing their mask in their car. Again, as somebody who isn't fond of all this lockdown fucking bullshit and think it's gone way too far and is overblown, fuck this guy, okay? Because, this is the guy who poisons the well, so you can't have a conversation on how it's overblown. Oh, you think thousands of people died from wearing masks in their car?
That's how you pass on disinformation to ruin someone's credibility. Dojo Bear, how dare you? You're not crushing. Next time, I should have banned you for life, but I'll give you a pass this time.
You should have banned him for life. Exactly. You should have banned him for life. He's not crushing. All right? He's not... Bro, you crush puss? You crush puss? You crush bear man puss? I like in this moment, Dojo Bear, may God have mercy on his pathetic soul, is probably like, I'm sorry, Daddy.
Next time, you're banned for life. Sour gravy is... Listen, I like kimchi, I like sauerkraut, I don't like sour gravy. Dojo Bear is sent here to ruin us.
Listen to,
think
and
he
then
made it-
all the other, this is great, because he then turns his opinion back on liking Dojo Bear. He's reading the chat. All the chats are like, yeah, Dojo Bear is evil. And then Owen gets his opinion kind of turned, and then all the chats are like, yeah, Dojo Bear is cool. It's unreal. Honest to God, I hope he gets this compound. And I hope he goes full fucking Kool-Aid drinking on it. And I hope the feds find an excuse to wipe it the fuck out. Nothing of value will be lost. Fuck it. Don't get me wrong. I'll still be like, hey, feds overstepped their bounds. That was fucked up. Shouldn't have done that. But part of me would be like, hey, we're kind of all better off.
Joke about covering a cow's ass with a mask. Oh, Dojo Bear has been redeemed.
Dojo Bear has been redeemed because he also made a joke about covering a cow's asshole with a mask. because that's very funny, I guess. It's top-notch quality. That's some real. That's some real. What? But now Dojo Bear has been redeemed. So look at the 180 him, and then immediately his chat takes.
Dojo Bear has been redeemed.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Guys, I know I sound crazy. Dojo
Yes, indeed.
Bear has been redeemed. He was joking about covering the cow's ass. That is a valid joke.
That's a valid joke.
I apologize. I don't apologize to Dojo Bear.
I don't apologize. Of course not, because apologizing is the hardest thing in the universe for you to do, Owen. I really am hesitant to say this about another self-professed Christian. I don't believe this man is in any meaningful sense a Christian. In fact, there's another video. We might get to it tonight. I don't know. We're going to be watching a lot of Owen from now on because this channel's fucking great. Where he's talking about how David in the Bible, I guess he thinks David sucked Goliath's dick or bit Goliath's dick or something after he killed Goliath. I don't know where the fuck he gets that from. I don't know. Maybe that's in... Maybe it's in the fucking Talmud or something. But that ain't in the actual Bible. I mean, I'm no scholar, but I'm pretty sure that shit ain't in there. But he's going on because he just... We'll get to it later, but this man isn't a fucking Christian. And the chief fucking reason is, you should see how... most people would be like, oh, I jumped the gun, sorry. But no, it's like pulling teeth getting him to apologize for the smallest of fucking things.
Because I don't know how I could have seen it. I couldn't have kept track on that. I didn't know that was Dojo Bear. Dojo Bear has been completely redeemed. He was not passing poison gravy. And the cow's ass thing was very funny. Dojo Bear.
It was hilarious.
I do kind of apologize.
It was a real knee slapper.
I apologize, Dojo Bear.
Okay, finally.
I fully apologize.
Took fucking a minute and a half, like pulling teeth to get this man to apologize for being an asshole.
No harm, no foul. No one was. He's now in a timeout. He'll come back with even more.
Yes, Chad. Apparently, he thinks that David bit Goliath's dick after he killed Goliath. Because there's another video where he's arguing with people that David was just some evil Jew. Again, a Christian who thinks David was just an irredeemable, evil, perverted Jew. Oh, Lordy.
Even more gravy. I'm so glad I didn't ban him for life. If I'd banned him for life, I would have written a handwritten letter. Dojo rises, yes.
See again, and then
Sorry,
you can
Dojo
see
Bear.
the chat instantly turn. Daddy says Jojo's okay now. I honestly, I hope these guys cross the line. I hope they get their fucking compound. I hope they pull some shit, and I hope the feds wipe them out. We'll all be better off.
But now we move on. The stages of apology. Get some sleep, BB. Haha, no offense. Hey, Denmark Bear. 5-minute timeout for you. No offense.
Okay, this
Don't ever
is
tell me
perfect.
what to do, you little retard.
Okay, we gotta go back here. We missed this. Okay, so somebody just gently says something to him, and he gets so pissed. Watch.
Bear. But now we move on. The stages of apology. Get some sleep, BB. Haha, no offense. Hey, Denmark Bear. 5-minute timeout for you. No offense. Don't ever tell me what to do, you little retard.
Hello, everybody.
Did you just catch that last bit there? Oh, man, Owen, I think maybe you need to get some sleep. No offense. Fuck you! Yeah. Like, this is funny and all, don't get me wrong, but it's also somewhat enraging. If you're giving money to this man, you have no fucking self-respect. If you are following this man, and it's all the guys that think they're alpha and all, but they're getting fucking bent the fuck over verbally by this man. boy. This is an actual cult. You're right, chat. Let's switch gears for a bit, because we're not going to get to that whole video anyways. Let's switch gears. I want to see if I can find... What was the one where he was talking about David bit Goliath's dick or something? Again, I'm not a Bible scholar. Maybe we'll get Pastor Tom in here to confirm or deny this, but I don't believe that... Do I have a Bible down here? I do not. I do not have a Bible downstairs. I have one up in my room. I have one up on a coffee table upstairs. But I do not have one down here in the den. So I'm sorry. But I don't believe that is a thing. Okay, which one was it? I want to see if I can find the one. Was it the one on spells? Maybe it was this one.
Oh, and I'm writing after just hearing your tirade against David.
Okay, this is the one. Okay, so apparently Owen had a tirade about David. Now, again, some of you may or may not be Christians. But in the Old Testament, David is described as a man after God's own heart. Now, David was a deeply, 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 deeply fucking flawed individual who committed both adultery and murder. But this is something that is a central tenet to Christianity. Guys like Owen, guys like Davis, guys like, I'll just say it, Roosh, fucking E. Michael Jones, so many of these motherfuckers don't seem to grasp. And that's it, nobody's righteous. Nobody's really righteous, okay? The best of us are shitty. That is what the Bible teaches about humanity, okay? In fact, the difference between the best man on this planet right now and the worst is not as great of a fucking chasm as the difference between the best man and the holiness of God. That is what Christianity teaches. So yes, David was a very, very flawed man who did some pretty shitty fucking things. Which you'd think Owen would latch onto that instead of making something up about Davis. Yeah, Davis might have bit a dead guy's dick. I don't know. We cannot confirm nor deny that. But David, however, King David of Israel, by all accounts, there doesn't seem to be any evidence that fucking happened. Yes, we might get to that. Somebody talks about Owen Benjamin and the edibles on Joey Diaz podcast thing. We might get to that. There is a treasure trove of fucking shit on this channel. We're going to be having fun with Owen for a while. I don't think we're going to get to that tonight, but we're going to get to that. Rest assured. That's on the fucking agenda at some point. Okay, so Owen had a tirade about how David is actually evil. This supposed Christian, and apparently bit Goliath's dick after he killed him. Don't know where that fucking comes from. Never fucking heard that before. Somebody is writing Owen, trying to talk a little fucking sense into him. He does not. As you've seen earlier, Owen is well known for taking constructive criticism very well. So let's see this. Hang on, Windows capture.
Oh, and I'm writing after just hearing your tirade against David on Thursday night. I'll keep it brief. David was a man after God's own heart, and the fact his sins were forgiven is just another Mr. Miyagi moment from the Old Testament, which we should learn from.
Exactly. Although I don't know why Thursday. Okay, whatever. But and they say I'm a Marvel fan.
Want to know what else we should learn from? Not biting a dead guy's dick. I understand, though. I'll keep reading.
Where did he get that? I'm genuinely interested in... Does anybody know, is that a thing that's circulating like far-right circles or something? Like, did E. Michael Jones say this? Did Varg say that? Hey, David just bit a dead guy's dick. Where did that come from?
The covenant that God made with David foreshadows the same forgiveness that God is also willing to show us today.
Is Owen a pagan? Somebody in the chat asked. No, Owen is ostensibly a Christian. Owen claims he is a Christian. He doesn't seem to grasp the basic concepts of Christianity. Somebody says probably in the Talmud. I would not be surprised if that's in the Talmud. The Talmud is fucked up. Something I always say, I always think modern Christians need to understand that modern Judaism is not the same thing as the Judaism found in the Old Testament. That said, though, these obsessed with the JQ motherfuckers like Owen need to also understand that modern Judaism is not the Judaism found in the Old Testament.
So why can't we forgive fucking Goliath for having a monster dick? These Old Testament events are always examples for...
It's always about dick with these guys. I've literally known gay men who don't talk about dick nearly as much as Owen and Davis and these far right, totally heterosexual trad motherfuckers.
For Christians to learn from. Still, you weren't in much of learning mood Thursday night, so I just logged out early. Try to get a quick crank out. I know you were trying to slay a...
Oh, you didn't feel like listening to me Thursday when I was being pissy. You must have wanted to masturbate. Lord. It's always about dicks with him.
Sacred cow, but the fact that God chose David had less to do with David and more to do with our own sinful... Do you bite dead dicks? This is so creepy.
It's so creepy that someone's trying to explain to you the basic premise of Christianity, and you think it's about biting dead dicks. Again, I don't know where he got that.
By the way, next time you can throw a fucking tip in your letter.
Look at that. Somebody wrote him a letter. And look at the entitlement in this motherfucker. You didn't throw any money in this letter? Fucking pay pig? What the fuck's wrong with you, you fucking pay... Look at this. What a piece of shit. What an absolute fucking piece of shit. Do you see that look? Like, how dare you write me a letter and not put money in it?
If you want me to read your bullshit, next time you can put some cash in the fucking letter, you cheap fuck.
God forgiving our sins, by the way, is bullshit. You know, Owen Benjamin. Don't expect him to read it without putting some cash in a fucking letter.
Still wanted you to hear... Okay, you logged out. Wow, you're so strong. You're a big, strong man. I know you were trying to slay the... David had less to do with David and more to do with our own sinful generation, which unbelievably can still find forgiveness. David bit the tip of a dead man's dick off. Then he fucked his soldier's wife and murdered him and her. He's like Ted fucking Bundy.
Yes, he did. He did fuck some other man's wife and then try to arrange to get him killed. That is actually a thing that happened in the Bible, Owen. The biting the tip off of a dick is not a thing that happened in the Bible. Imagine supporting this man. Fucking shameful. Shame on you if you give money to this man. Shame on you if you view this man with anything other than pity, scorn, and contempt. Fucking shame on you. All right. I think we're going to wrap this up tonight. there's only so much Owen you can take for a while. But we'll do some more. We'll do some more. We'll do the saga of him. He didn't murder, wasn't she? Solomon? No. That chick he fucked. It was some other guy's wife, and then he was like, "Well, I'll send that guy onto the front lines of battle so he gets killed, so that my shenanigans don't get found out." But again, if you have any understanding of Christianity, you kind of realize we're all shitbags. And we're all capable of horrible, horrible things. What a dirtbag. We'll cover more of him in the next days. This channel is a godsend because it's hard to get through one of the unedited streams of these guys. That's why I can never get more than fucking 20 minutes through a Davis stream. Because they're usually boring. But if you enjoy the content I put out, do consider supporting the show. I mean, come on, send me next time put money in my fucking tip jar, you pay pigs. No, seriously, if you do enjoy the content, I would appreciate a tip. Particularly these next few weeks as I'm not working these weeks. I mean, I'll get unemployment, but it's not as much. So I would appreciate it if you enjoy the content, if you are so inclined, and if you all just send me $400, I will do absolutely fucking nothing for you, and you will thank me for the privilege of sending me $400. You fucking pay pigs. Seriously though, if you appreciate the content I put out, do consider supporting the show. PayPal.me/TheBeckloff, Streamlabs.com/TheBeckloff, and you can send a donation of any amount, anytime, and I will notice it, and I will read it. In fact, 11 hours ago, Deep Space Cobra sent $10. Thank you very much for that. He didn't have a message with it, otherwise I would read it. But I will see it, even if I'm not live, I will see it. And if there's a message with it, I will read it when we are live. So, that's about it for tonight. I want to thank you all for listening. I gotta get off here. I got a little bit of work to do. I'm working on a little writing project. And if you send me a mere $400, I promise you I will send you a copy of my book if and when it ever gets done. I can't get over that. What a fucking asshole. But yeah, that's it for tonight, folks. I want to thank you all for listening.